I'm going to do a quick unpracticed overview of your 7.0 alpha release here on April 13th, 2025. Your 7.0 alpha mantra is, if you want to see it, say it unambiguously in the prompt. With 7.0's improved prompt adherence, the model is, I promise, more responsive than ever. If you're frustrated with V7 prompting, check again to make sure that what you wanted to say in the prompt is actually there. Think about how to articulate it, spell it out for V7. Unlike traditional Midjourney prompting, our new engagement style called Conversational Mode, which is available if you click your Create button and then click the double speech balloons to enable Conversational Mode. Unlike traditional Midjourney prompting, this Conversational Mode is supported by a specialized Midjourney LLM that will let you use a chat style of addressing Midjourney in text or voice. Again, you go to your Create tab to see the speech bubbles icon, and that will toggle on Conversation Mode. Voice commands in Conversation Mode can be turned on with this microphone. And you can see it's picking up my voice now, but I'm not saying anything that sounds visual to it, so it's not going to do anything. I'm going to end voice mode. It's quite smart. If you're a slow speaker but have an interest in using voice mode, you can always open your prompting session with do not make an image until I say ready, or until I say go, or whatever you want your go keyword to be. And then you can carry on and it'll execute when you say engage or ready, or whatever you want to say. When should you use conversational mode? When you want to rapidly explore ideas, because if I go into conversational mode and I can type it, I can say, show me a gazebo designed to be wind resistant. Okay, so these are ideas that I can rapidly iterate. Right now, it seems a little bit slow because I did not turn on draft mode. Draft mode is for veteran users of Midjourney, you'll recognize it as low quality. It's quality set to 0.25. That just means that it's not going to use the maximum number of minutes to render. It's going to render as fast as it can and give you a sketch, a rough draft or sketch of your prompt. So now, if I want, this time I'll say it, design a gazebo that is wind resistant. Now it's going to be much faster and very different from a full quality render, but it gives you a quick idea of what your ideas can be. What's nice is in a single session, you can address the last row of images. So now I can say, show people inside the gazebo. And you can see that it's going to use the same ideas, the wind-resistant gazebo, but this time it's putting some people in it. And I can say, set it up on a city roof. Now you can see that it's relocated the gazebo to a city roof. So this is the one use case why or when you should use conversational mode, is if you want to rapidly explore ideas. It's also great if just traditional prompting is not for you. If you're frustrated with traditional prompting, you could explore conversational mode because you could just talk or type. You don't have to, quote, learn to prompt. Obviously, the prompts are going to be written for you in conversational mode. So you can just say, I want a picture of a dog, or invent a robot that can wash dishes or something like this, and you'll get at least something back from Midjourney that can act maybe as your starting point, or can be, if you want, your whole Midjourney experience. When you're in conversational mode, everything you say or type is a command, and it's not for the image model, but for the new layer that I'm calling the Midjourney LLM. You're not writing prompts directly anymore. You're giving instructions to this new AI layer that writes them for you. Again, you can only interact with the current image row. Think of it like collaborating with, a brilliant artist intern or something who's just fast and literal and has the memory of a goldfish in a blender. Wow, that's really vivid. How about just the memory of a goldfish? Forget the blender thing. It never happened. So you can say things like, I want to see an image of, or imagine a futuristic city with floating markets, or, make this more surreal, but keep the lighting realistic. Make this feel more cinematic. Use a square aspect ratio. Enhance number 1. You can also guide the Midjourney LLM in how it writes prompts, not just what the prompt should make a picture of. So if you've discovered specific phrasing or formatting or prompt styles that you like, you can always sort of train the LLM for this session to write prompts that way. Here's a stupid example. I'll just give a silly example. Write the prompt in all caps. Write the prompt in all caps. Show me a koala with a vitamin bottle. Okay, you see, I mean, I could have said something clever, but there you go. I could say, write the prompt like you're 5 years old. Make a picture of an elephant with a balloon. Happy elephant. Anyway, I don't know what you want to do with that, but there's all kinds of things you can do. And you can also say stuff like, make it feel cinematic and high contrast, or add chiaroscuro and bokeh. Pretend this is for a museum art catalog. Right. So Midjourney's LLM has a decent memory within this session. It's if your last prompt's context will sort of stick around until you break up with it directly. So you want to say things like new idea, or start over, or let's try something else. In text only mode, if you're typing instead of speaking like I've been doing, then you can turn conversation mode off and on again, or you can refresh the page, or both. So can you use conversational mode with all your images? No. You can't go back to some image you made, yesterday or whatever, and just suddenly address it with the LLM. It has to have been made by the LLM and be the last row made by the LLM. So there, if in draft mode, you'll see the, let me click on this. You'll see, oops, the draft. How come I can't show you this? There's no scroll bar. You'll see the draft parameter added to these things. That's what this lightning bolt does. But the draft parameter doesn't automatically introduce the LLM layer. It just makes it fast. So you can use the draft parameter --draft by itself for speed. So if I can turn it on here, but I can also just type it by, say, a young man with a plan in his hands, and I do draft. It's not going to see, it didn't rewrite my prompt because there's no LLM layer. But it was very, very fast because it was in draft mode. So there's that. Sometimes stuff looks a little bit janky in draft mode, and that's because it's the AI equivalent of rapidly sketching. So it's optimized for speed and not beauty. Other things about V7 to know: profile and mood boards are far more powerful than ever. And there's a few UI changes that you might enjoy. The mood boards at this date are perhaps still being worked on. Everything about V7 is still being worked on as of April 13th. And there are some 6.1 features you might have been used to that are not here yet. Right now, you'll notice that character reference is missing. That's because we're about to introduce something called omni-reference. You'll notice that V7 does not allow you to use multi-prompts. That's the double colons notation. But you can use -- no, but it's quite unpredictable. You'll notice that -- Q for quality has been replaced by draft, but draft only has one value. Niji is not with us yet. Video is gone. Weird is gone. And the retexture feature in the full editor is secretly 6.1 in a trench coat. So this is accompanying a print guide, a text guide that I hope you will find important for a deep dive. And I encourage you not to rely just on this video, which cannot be updated as often as the prompting guide it is embedded in. Make sure that you reload that page occasionally. We're updating it in real time. It's messy, live information. And I hope you become a man with a plan, person with a plan, and that V7 meets your expectations. If you're struggling, join us on the web rooms in promptcraft or in Discord in the hashtag prompt-craft room, and we will offer you 24/7 community support for promptcraft. It comes with your membership. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.